Welcome mortals to our Halloween show. We're delighted you've joined us this night. Although, I suppose I should warn you of the frights in store, of the monsters, the clowns, and oh so much more. If you find yourself daring, if you find yourself brave, then we'll try not to scare you straight into your... the bell tolls. It's time for some fun. No turning back now. AYL has begun!
Oh, happy Halloween and welcome to At Your Leisure. We are at the Haunted Hallow in West Haven up by Ogden, and we are about to be, well, Chad and Ray are going to get scary, and we are going to get scared,
They're going to get scarier.
We're actually here with the whole At Your Leisure family. Jaden and her friend
Samantha.
Samantha is here, Darren and Jill, Rhea and I, and we're trying to get in the spirit of Halloween, and doggone it, this is going to work, right?
This is just such a unique idea way out here in West Haven.
Now, the Haunted Hallow is an outdoor experience, so we're going to be here in the forest, going through all kinds of scary things. There's a mine shaft, some other things. I know there's a castle behind us, but that's just a small part of all the fun that's to be had here.
I brought my decimal meter because I want to find out how loud those two scream. I think I'm going to break the meter.
I don't think you're going to want to know or be near them.
Anyway, in the past when we've done these, we've all gone out and got scared together, but this year it's going to be a little different. We're going to be the scarers, Rhea and I, and the scarees.
I apologize in advance.
So while you check out a little bit about the Haunted Hallow, we're going to check into makeup.
I bid you all welcome.
Well, the Haunted Hallow, we've been around, this will be our 16th year, so we've been around just 2001. So we've been adding on to it every year, and the best part about it is it's outside.
You come in, we have one of the longest trails of any haunt. You go in through some caves, come out, have some great animatronics and even better actors to scare you and entertain you, and just come here to have a great time.
You're not enclosed, you work with the weather, it could be a cold night or a hot night, and you've got a lot of area to work with. So the kids are running around and they make really good friends out here as well, and so they just really enjoy the aspect of haunting out here. It's like in the woods, you know, so what better creep out can you get than walking through the woods and scaring other people while you're at it?
It takes a lot of man hours to get this going. I'll start casting about 5 o'clock where the cast shows up all excited and ready to scare. I cast them, they go up, they meet with our costume director and get their costumes, then over to our makeup artists, and they take good care of them there, and then we set them down. And then of course we do a quick meeting and then send them out to just bring the fear to everybody.
God, being in Utah, I mean, you get stuck in that regular movie and a dinner. You don't have a lot of choices, so come October, around Utah it really gets embraced, and I think it's just a change of pace, and everyone likes to be scared. Everyone likes to come out and get that thrill and that different change of a date night.
Some people, they're not really here to get scared, they're here to get entertained. So they come through and they just have a great time meeting with the actors and seeing what they can do. We have others that they just come here and they're very skittish and scared, and they go through and they scream and yell and holler, and just it's all about having fun, and everybody that goes through has a great time, and that's usually the main experience, is making sure you come out smiling and you've enjoyed yourself.
We are about to enter the Haunted Hallow, and speaking for myself, I'm a little nervous. I can't even talk.
But right now we need to get to our travel adventure, and it's Steve, and he's down playing with the devil in Emery County.
Everybody, Stephen Human here. I am on the San Rafael Swell right now, one of the most amazing landscapes anywhere in the world. It's also one of the best places to find adventure of all types. Now I want you to come with me today. I'm going to go on an ATV trip that is going to go from one side of the swell to the other through every type of environment imaginable out here on this desert land. I want you to come with me because I guarantee you're going to see things today that are going to make you want to take your family out on these trails. The San Rafael Swell is one of the most remote areas left in the United States, a place where real discovery is still possible. Most of the swell is almost inaccessible, but trail access is good and will take you to places that trick your sense of scale and make you feel both giant and small at the same time. I'm riding today with a group of locals out of the small town of Farron in Emery County. They know this landscape very well, in some cases having discovered the sights we'll see on our trek.
Well, the route we are taking today started up in Farron, Utah, which is on Highway 10. And as we proceeded east, we went through the reef down to the salt wash area where salt wash and coal wash come together, past some Indian ridings and past some white crosses. Now this route from the salt wash area to where we are now is a natural route that would be used by Native Americans, pioneers, the old-time rustlers, outlaws. It's a way to get through this rough canyon lands. We have just crossed one of the worst places where it's a place where sometimes you need some help on these motorized machines. And it's quite an adventure to get here.
Well, it used to be an old wagon road. Started in about 1880, 1885, something like that, and went over the swell and went out through Iron Wash and down to Hanksville. I can't imagine it was as rocky as it is now, but it's possible, but it must have been very arduous.
Arduous is a good word, and it applies even today. There's a reason it's called the Devil's Racetrack. That isn't just a clever name. Whenever you start out a trail with a sign like this, you know you better be ready. And it feels like you're riding with Satan himself at times as you're bounced around, each turn making you think it's your last.
It's really rough, huge rocks, big steps. Has to be very aggressive to get up it. And it can intimidate people who doesn't have a lot of experience riding machines over stuff like that.
We have traveled about 16 miles, and we've traveled maybe 40 miles vertically as we've bounced up and down and up and down and up and down.
Even though the devil might make passage difficult, as you look around at the landscape, you'll think you're in heaven. The eternal stone stands stark against the skyline, creating the illusion of permanence. But as my guides tell me, and I witness for myself, things can change rapidly on the swell, in an instant. If you look right here over my shoulder, it's proof of how quickly things can change out here. This is a landslide that just happened in the last couple of weeks, and you can see how it's cleared out everything below it. It was just massive. We continue along our path, seeing arches and the famous Swayze cabin on our way down Eagle Canyon and under I-70. All the while, dark clouds gather on the horizon. Rain begins to sprinkle, but despite the sudden change in weather, we make our way to our next spot, where the views of the swell are second to none.
We're going to go on the Conover Road. I found that road in about 1984.
Now the Eva Conover Road is in South Coalwash. And years ago, there was a movement to establish a state park out along the freeway, and they roughed in a freeway exit. That's how her name got involved in it, is because she was a member of the state legislature and was interested in getting that to happen.
Paul knows a lot about the history of this particular trail. He has the right last name, after all, since he himself is a Conover. Now, while the state park never got off the ground, you can see why they would want one here. It's immense, breathtaking, and undisturbed. As we make our way down the final descent of our journey, the clouds part and sunshine again bathes the landscape in warmth and color. The rain has left its mark, however, as we quickly find puddles, and soon the wash fills with water, turning what had been a bone-dry trail this morning into a small stream. Most surprising was when we turned a corner and discovered the headwaters of this little flood.
Hallelujah! Water in the desert!
We stop to take in the strangeness of the moment as the stream slowly advances on us as it makes its way out of the swell. It's another memory in a series that will forever mark this day and this trip as one never to be forgotten.
Isn't that amazing? Basically, we're looking at a flash flood, basically a small flash flood, but a flash flood nonetheless. We've got guys out here who have ridden on the swell for 60 years and have never seen this today. This is really amazing, the opportunities we've been able to have. Now, you can stay in many places on Highway 10. There's hotels in Farron, in Castledale. Emery County is an amazing place. You need to come down here and find out for yourself because you never know what it is that you're going to find. I'm Stephen Heumann for At Your Leisure. We need to take a commercial break.
The Utah Farm Bureau has always been there to fight for the needs of its members. With discount programs on items ranging from vehicles and ATVs to health and wellness. The membership fees aren't big, but the results are. We've been around since 1916, and we're not leaving anytime soon. Utah Farm Bureau. We work for those who work to feed the world.
Let's be honest, you don't know much about Beaver County. Well, let me tell you about it. It's the birthplace of outlaw Butch Cassidy and adventurer Philo T. Farnsworth. Some of the best skiing in Utah is at Eagle Point. You've got camping, Canyon Breeze Golf Course, Crusher and the Tushers, Beaver Territorial Courthouse, snowmobiling, renewable energy, Pioneer Car Show, Squeaky Cheese, Ghost Towns to explore, best water in the country, Paiute ATV trails, Old Frisco Kilns, horse races, hunting, fishing, and it's a good place to live. Beaver County, mountains of fun. I could tell you more, but why don't you come and see it for yourself?
They're here. Ranger XP 1000, the most powerful Ranger ever. General 4, the off-road's most popular new crossover. And Ride Command, connecting you like never before. See the best of 2017. Or grab a great deal on remaining 2016s. Get rebates up to $3,000 during the Polaris factory authorized clearance.
I'm Chris Haller, Utah Division of Parks and Recreation Off-Highway Vehicle Program Coordinator. And today we're here to talk about how you can protect your brain. A couple key things when selecting a helmet is to make sure that it's DOT approved and that you check the expiration date. Yes, helmets do expire. Typical expiration date is between 5 and 7 years. Visit our website at ohv.utah.gov for more helmet information. Utah State Parks, adventures for everyone.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Reagan Ledbetter. You always see amazing recipes on At Your Leisure. Well, today we have one with a little Halloween twist. I have my witch hat on. We are making, with power tools, Hallow Weenies. Yay! All right, and Darren, of course, is gonna help me. We're in his backyard. We have Pudge with us today too. She's gonna help. She's walking around chasing shadows. Jump in here, Darren.
I brought
you're
my
saving
sword.
The day.
That's right.
Look at the ranch hand smoked sausage. Look at these things. Like, these are not kidding around.
That's
these
right.
are like the biggest things I've ever seen.
Well, when you make Hallow Weenies, you need something a little bit bigger than normal hot dogs.
So I think the whole concept is we're going to drill through the middle and then we stuff whatever you like inside the hot dog before you grill it.
That's right. And this is something you can do with your kids, you know, if you want to have something a little bit more fun to do. So we'll hollow these out.
Oh, I've been wanting to see you do this. Have you done this before?
This is my first time ever.
Well, I didn't know if this was like going to be a brilliant idea that we were just going to try, or I love it. Our camera guy's going like this. No. But look, you haven't done this before and you're making it happen.
There you go.
Okay, so now there's the hole.
Got it all hollowed out.
And am I shoving? Is that what I'm doing?
Now you can put, you know, we've got chili.
Look what I have, bacon.
We've got bacon and cheese, and you can do marinara sauce. So you can put in it whatever you really want to. You can even do like a liquid cheese.
There you go. Oh yeah, that one's better, right?
You get that out?
Be my hero, Darren. Thank you. And how long do we cook them? Just like a regular dog?
Just like a regular hot dog,
Just
you know, especially if you got cheese in them, just long enough to get the cheese good and melted and all of that. Yeah, you can stuff them with whatever's easiest for you. Sometimes it's easier to use the liquid cheese, I think.
This cheese and bacon one might be so brilliant. Okay, I'm gonna put them over here.
Okay, and then we can just throw them on the grill.
Where do I put them, at the top or the bottom?
The bottom.
Okay. It's smoky. How about some napkins? I think that would be something good. There we go. That's what we need the sword for.
Work really well. You don't get your face in the smoke
Yeah,
with this thing.
I
You
see
could
that.
easily turn them. Everybody at home should have one of these.
Okay, it looks like these are
Good to
ready.
go?
It's beautiful. And then can you see the cheese and the bacon in there? Hi.
This is the sour cream.
All right, we're getting a Hallow Weenie now. To get underneath my...
Here, pick up your veil.
I know. Oh, thank you. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
That's good.
I like it.
Nice.
So good. Hope you try it at home. More at your leisure ahead.
Get your kids out doing this. This is fun.
It's hunting season. Families come together, friends reconnect, parents include and teach their children. Make this year's hunt great with a new utility side-by-side or ATV. Stedman's Recreation has Utah's largest selection of Honda, Polaris, and Yamaha side-by-sides and ATVs. See them all at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Does your machine need to be tuned up? Need accessories? Stedman's Parts and Service Department can help.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
In a place that is beyond words, there is nothing to be said, except take your time in Bryce Canyon country.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure.
And we're here at the Haunted Hollow, and it's pretty creative, all the cool things they've done. And it's not very scary at all.
Oh, yeah.
Ask Jaden. Is it very scary, Jaden? No, we're having a great time, and you guys gotta come check this out because it's a lot of fun. Well, we're having a good time so far.
Speak for yourself.
I like my steaks medium rare.
Well, I really don't want to scare Jill and the kids, but I really need to scare Darren because he gives me so much grief at work. I want to scare the bejeebies out of him.
Ah! I scared you! I totally scared you!
What do you do in your leisure time?
Don't do that.
Isaac,
Stop.
we're having so much fun. Now we're actually in the haunted forest.
It's really scary. It's probably the best haunted house I've ever been to.
It's scary, it's fun, it's not too short, it's not too long, it's a good length, so you actually get scared but you don't get bored.
Oh, how cool is that? We have to sacrifice somebody.
We make a lovely couple.
Why do clowns scare you?
I don't know, they should do. Their smiles are like up here.
Run. We are having a great time at the Haunted Hollow.
And some of us are having more fun than others.
Chad and Rhea look great. Their makeup's awesome, and they were definitely
This is what
very
they actually
scary.
look like every Monday morning.
Maybe they just took their makeup off. Well, while we keep enjoying our fun and scaring people, let's take a look at our trailhead adventure.
I'm Reece Stein, at your leisure in Durango, a recreational paradise in southwestern Colorado, but it also has its spooky side, just in time for Halloween. The steam engine's haunting wail is the pulse that drives a thriving tourist trade in Durango, Colorado. Everything depends on the Durango to Silverton Railroad.
The train is a fantastic tourist destination, and we have people from all over the world that will come to Durango and ride the train.
Sherry Bowman is curator of the local museum, housed in a century-old schoolhouse.
It's a fantastic adventure. It goes most of the year, it will go between Durango and all the way up to Silverton. But they don't go all the way up to Silverton during the winter months. They'll stop at Cascade and then turn around and go back.
Since 1882, the train has carried folks along the Animas River some 45 miles to Silverton, climbing 3,000 feet through pristine forest lands and sleepy farm fields. This time of year, there's a special train just for the kids.
It's a Charlie Brown's Halloween theme, and you take the train up and they've got all kinds of things there for the kids, face painting and of course all kinds of candy that you can buy, and you get to pick out pumpkins and they put them on the train for you and bring them home.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
It's a really fun adventure.
Durango's spookiness begins with the river running through town, the Animas, the river of lost souls.
The first Spaniards came and conquered really this area, that they massacred Indians and threw them into the river, and it became the River of Lost Souls.
And visitors to Durango's historic hotels, including the Rochester, report a plethora of paranormalism. Reports of a woman in a long Victorian wedding gown lurking in room 204 makes this room high demand among Halloween-time visitors and has put the Rochester on the list of the 100 most haunted hotels in America. Across the street at the 89-year-old Leland House, tenants in room 006 report waking up with an apparition of an old man in a white hat standing over them. At the 1898 General Palmer Hotel, guests fled their room at 2 a.m. after reportedly seeing an apparition hanging from the ceiling of their room. But don't even ask at the historic and recently remodeled Strader. They don't acknowledge any paranormal activity, although there are rumors. Beyond the weirdness, Durango is a recreation paradise. The surrounding San Juan Mountains are crisscrossed with mountain bike and Jeep and ATV trails on old mining roads. The Animas and San Juan rivers are renowned fly fishing streams and draw anglers from all over the country to chase monster rainbow trout. Did I say monster trout? How about these guys in the local state fish hatchery? No wonder they get so big, with the kids constantly feeding them from the nearby fish food dispenser. A paved hike and bike trail parallels much of the Animas right through the middle of Durango, yet insulated from the hubbub of the city by a curtain of cottonwoods, right now in their fall splendor, and not haunted at all.
And then, of course, all the recreation. You've got the Animas River for rafting, for tubing. You can mountain bike here. There are wonderful mountain bike trails, hiking trails. It's a skiing up at Purgatory is fantastic. Yeah.
If you can remain as calm as this Durangoan, relaxing among former residents, the town is a wonderful Halloween season getaway. Reece Stein, at your leisure in Durango, Colorado.
In our never-ending push to come up with what's next, we took everything you love about the summit to an entirely new level. The next Ski-Doo Summit. Powerful, effortless. It's what's next.
When the road takes you farther than you knew possible. When the world is more beautiful than you've ever seen. When home is more comfortable than it should be. This is when you know you're in Kane County. The perfect mix of rural and urban, culture and adventure. Glendale, Orderville, Kanab, Bigwater. Small towns with more to offer than just peace and quiet. Kane County, Utah. Find the new you.
Like the wheel that you don't use in case if you get a popped wheel. It's kind of like a trunk, but it's different. I don't know. A fifth wheel is a car that has 5 wheels. A wheel could be a full wheel with 5 wheels or something.
Well, welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are here at the Haunted Hallow.
Yep, and we're up here in West Haven.
In West Haven, and it has been, what do you say, an experience?
I think it's been a great time because I watched her and Jaden just about get the pants scared off them, so that's been a great time.
Yeah, so that's a lot of fun, I know. Right now we're going to
And here's one of our friends.
There he is, yes, our chainsaw buddy. So while he goes and scares somebody else instead of us, we're going to take a look at go to our calendar of events. And first of all, we are going to the Holly Fair, which is in Roosevelt. It's on the
4th and 5th, and
November.
Chad and Rita are going to be out there, and there's all kinds of arts and crafts and all kinds of fun things.
And the great thing is, maybe you can go and get some Christmas gifts for people while you're there. That'd be fun.
Yep, and then on November 10th and 11th, and 13th, I guess, is the side-by-side adventure rally in St. George. And that is a great place to go down and have, guided trips and, get your side-by-side out for probably one of the last times of the year and really have some fun down in St. George.
I think it's just the 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Okay, yeah, that's right. 3 days.
Yeah. But right now, let's go take a look at the next episode of At Your Leisure.
We're making our home on the range next week as Chad Booth takes us on a real cattle drive. Follow us as we discover what it takes to turn these city slickers into real-life cowboys. If you've ever wanted to ride like the rustlers of old, then this one's for you. From there, we'll find out what happens when different riding sport clubs get together to help a good cause.
Well, next week's show looks great, and we have had a wonderful time here at Haunted Hollow. Some people more than others, maybe. But we want to wish you a happy Halloween at your leisure.
Get me out of here.
What's your favorite part about Halloween?
Almond Joy.
You like Almond Joys?
I know, isn't it funny?
You're the only person in the world who likes Almond Joys.
Pizza good. Hi, I'm Chad Booth from At Your Leisure. I hope you just enjoyed the YouTube video that you just watched. Now, remember, we come up with new videos like this every single week, so you might want to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a single story that we have out. Now, you can also share us with all of your friends on social media. Here's how to do it right here. And that way, they can have fun too. If you want detailed information, we of course have our website, AYLTV.com, and from there you can find out which television stations we broadcast on, so you never have to spend a day without your fix of family-oriented outdoor recreation adventure. Plus, don't forget we have really cool contests.